Hi, it's Mitch from Pickdawgz.com here with your free pick in the Bulls versus Pelicans NBA matchup on Saturday, December 2nd, 2023. Of course, here on YouTube, we do tons of free picks. We do tons of free picks every day. When you give out that many free picks, well, you're going to like some more than others. Those are the ones we put under the premium picks tab at pickdawgz.com. Use the discount code PICK for 15% off. We also have Dime Club and Sharp Trading Plays meant for people who make big bets. If that's you, text the number you see on the screen. Not available on the website. But let's get to this one. Bulls taking on the Pelicans. A tale of two teams. The Pelicans kind of moving forward this season. And I think, Zion Williamson being healthy is a big part of that. I've been critical of Zion over the years because he doesn't play that much. And he hasn't played that much, throughout his career. But this season, he is playing. And so far, at this point, we can only judge him by what he's done out on the court, and I think the Pelicans certainly pretty happy with his efforts and happy with the results that they're getting. They are just a little bit over 500, but still, you could see the positivity out on the court and the way that the team is playing, and I think that is a lot to do with it because it's not necessarily you can't go to the playoffs, 10, 15 games into the season, but you can certainly knock yourself out of it. And I think the Pelicans, what we've seen from them is that they're certainly a team that looks to be playoff ready. And, those two losses against the Jazz at Utah, pretty mystifying as far as I'm concerned, but then they bounce back and just bust up the Sixers something fierce. We certainly saw them do it against the Kings and the Clippers as well. So we know these guys can beat the big boys. They beat the Nuggets. They beat the Mavericks. It's just those inexplicable losses. They got to get rid of those. But the other side of this thing, this Chicago Bulls team, we already know these guys are straight trash. They want out of Chicago. This is one of the worst teams in the NBA overall. And I think, maybe not record-wise, there's a few teams that are worse than them. But I still believe that the situation in Chicago is actually worse than the situation with some of those teams with worse records because you have a few star players there and they want out of Dodge. And then after those star players, you really don't have much. So I could see the Bulls unloading some of these players, maybe lessening the trade demands for them to get them out of town, maybe pick up some draft choices in this upcoming draft, start to break it down, build it back up. We know this franchise has done that before. I think, in the house that Jordan built, it's like I think it can attract some pretty good quality players, but this team has been miserable against the spread, not covering in 7 of their last 9 games. The Bulls defense just really it shows a team that doesn't really care. 19th in shooting percentage against, 29th in defending the three. That just simply does not get it done. When it comes to shooting the three, the Bulls 23rd in the NBA, less than 35%. This is how you build a bad team. Just be really bad shooting and really bad defensively. I'm taking the Pelicans to bust them up even at the United Center, and that's going to be my free pick. Of course, while you're doing your picks, putting your bets in, be sure to use our free betting tools at sportschatplace.com. They're 100% free, and they'll tell you how often historically all the bets on the board today have actually hit. And then they'll pair them with today's odds, putting you on the most favorable bets on the board today.